Hi, Ray Hayden here, and in this video what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this tool behind me back here. There it is. That's the DR field and brush mower. It's basically a walk behind brush hog, which is one of those brush hog, the official, the real deal kind of thing. If you ever drive along the highway and you see a huge lawnmower cutting the entire swale or the side of a highway, that's a brush hog. I'll give you the idea. It cuts a lot of grass down to a low height real quick. But around these trees, I'm going to show you all these little palm frond things. Remember my last video, the palm things are not supposed to be here. They'll end up being big bushes, maybe end up turning into trees, but I don't want those around the oak trees. So I'm going to clear all that around. Now there's some other stuff in here I need to clean out, so I'm not going to work on this one right now because I have two other trees that need a lot more work, and let's go take a look at those. These two trees, I was basically mowing the grass around them because I really want nothing but grass right up to the base of the tree trunk. So I have to go in here with the brush hog and clean this up as much as I can. There's another tree back here. I don't know how well it's coming out, but there's a whole bunch of stuff growing up around that. Let me talk about that for a second. All right, I got a little bit closer to the tree, and hopefully you can see the little tiny trunks, those little skinny trunks that are popping up there. They've been growing for a while, all right? They're not brand new or anything, but they will overgrow this entire area like this stuff back here. Basically, they start out as little skinny shoots. They're adorable. You ignore them, and then all of a sudden, they're like a little forest. This stuff comes out pretty far. It comes out over to this tree here. It's covered with vines. There's a dead oak tree over here with vines growing all over it. Those vines should be dying and falling away over time because I cleaned up a lot of that yesterday. And then, but if you don't take care of those little shoots growing up around the tree, they'll make this little miniature forest, and then they'll go ahead and have their way with you. Okay, so these are those two trees. I've got the camera locked off on the tripod. Let me get suited up, head to toe, covered up for the sun and all that. Safety first, health first. And then let me get the brush hog going and do some cleaning here. I will edit and speed this up for you. Okay, that worked out pretty good. Let's go take another whack at that little mini forest growing up. Just move the camera over. I want you to notice in the background over here, straight over here, every now and then I see horses walking around through there. I think it's fantastic. We don't have any horses. They belong to a neighbor. But it's really great to see them walking around. I like that a lot. I find great pleasure in that. What I'm going to be working on here is trying to take down some more of this little tiny forest. Let's hit it. Again, I'm going to edit this and speed this up for you. But basically, I'm going to get rid of this little forest that has tried to take over the back part of the yard here. And there's a couple of worse spots over yonder. Stage right, or I guess stage left, audience right. Anyways, that way. I will be spending some quality time in there with a chainsaw. But let's get my chainsaw and see what I can do to get rid of this stuff. I'll be right back. Hey, you guys are still here. Thank you for the power of editing. I got rid of the 20 or so minutes I was gone, lubing up and tightening up the chain on my electric chainsaw. But let's go ahead and get rid of these little trees because they're not supposed to be there. All right, you get the general idea. Let me knock down the rest of these trees, and I'll worry about chopping up a firewood later. The saw is a fire for you. All right, well, all those trees are down. I'm gonna have to take a break. So that'll do it for this video. So I'll catch you in the next one. Take care and be well.